Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's Brocato Beautiful Business webinar. Today's topic is color refreshers. We're going to talk about Brocato Color Refreshers and how to use them to help fight summer fadage, and also how to help grow your color business using Brocato Color Refreshers. My name is Gary Call. I'm the Vice President of Brocato, and as always, one of the most important things to us is to help you be connected and help you get us feedback so that we can continue to provide you with tools and with information that can help you in this salon and help you grow your business. Of course, Facebook is one of our primary tools that we use for communication, so make sure you like us. YouTube is a great way for you to connect with our past webinars and past information. We have a huge library now of small clips, large clips, all kinds of little different pieces on YouTube. This webinar will pop up on YouTube in a couple of weeks or in a couple of days. And also on YouTube, start looking for some real short video clips. We're putting some even things as short as a few seconds that you can use on your websites to market Brocato and share Brocato ideas with your salons. On Instagram is a great place for you to share your work that you do in your salon, photos of your before and afters and things that you see around town showing fashion. And also on Twitter, just your thoughts about fashion, your thoughts about life, and things as you see them. And of course, for product information, for photos, for ideas about Brocato products and where we're going, as well as some tools on brocatotoday.com. On Brocato Today, we also have a great salon finder, and we're also putting the final polishing touches on some great salon tools sections. There's a professional section of Brocato Today where you can go register, and you can get a password and be able to go behind the scenes and download MSDS sheets and Brocato tools. So be sure to go to brocatotoday.com and register and get those marketing tools are now available on Brocato Today. There's also a place where you can register your salon if you're not registered yet to be part of our salon finder. So there's a lot of things there for you on our website. Today our focus is going to be on Brocato Color Refreshers. We're going to talk about why color refreshers exist and actually what they are, what the benefits are to you and your salon and who they're for, the tools that are involved in color refreshers and how they're used, and also what you can expect in terms of performance, how to market color refreshers in the salon, and then we'll review that information and how to implement it and what to do with color refreshers. Color refreshers, I think, are really one of the most underused and under-applied tools that we have available in our collection. What color refreshing is color refreshing is a temporary color system. Temporary color systems are different than any other color system offered in the industry because temporary color systems are not really a chemically based color. Nothing develops, nothing becomes anything on the client's head. They work on the surface of the hair shaft, and because of that, they're completely safe, they're completely predictable, they're very, very easy to use. They can be used both in the salon and as a retail opportunity. And one of the things that's so great about the Brocato Color Refreshing system is we use inventory that's already available in your salon. If you're using Brocato Color in the salon now, you probably have everything that you need to implement temporary color and color refreshing in your salon. If you're not a Brocato Color salon, it's a very low inventory system with very little investment on your part. So it's really just a matter of stepping out and rethinking how to use the tools you already have and how to apply some additional knowledge than it is making a big purchase or making a big philosophical change in your mind. So first of all, why do we create the system? Well, part of it has to do with creativity. Creativity on two parts. One of them is creativity on the part of the stylist in the salon to really adapt and use the tools that we give them. But a lot of it has to do with creativity on the part of our clients. We have many customers that come to the salon who are very excited about their hair color and very excited about what goes on with the color services they receive, and they want to somehow get involved. So it's about getting the customers involved as well. Color refreshing services also give us the opportunity of extending the hair color service and giving more life to that color service and creating a consistency in our guest color service so their color looks the very, very best it can long term for as long as possible. So no longer does the client go through a period of color aging while they're away from the salon, but their color stays bright and vibrant and in the same tonality the entire time they're away from us. A lot of customers get very, very excited about being involved in their hair color. And so we call that homework. They get to get involved in their hair color service. I think back to guests many, many years ago who want to know what they can do to keep their color vibrant. And for them, it's more than just using a color shampoo or a color conditioner to protect it. They want to be involved in playing with their color. So is there a color enhancing product they can use? Can they use a toner? This started out years ago with a violet shampoo or a violet tone to keep their blonde from going yellow. Well, now we're going to actually give our guest homework to do. So this many days you're going to use this formula, and they're going to have assignments from us to help them keep their color salon fresh. It keeps their color looking like they just walked out of their salon, and we're going to be able to give them a formula that's based on their salon formula that they receive while they're in the salon. So we're creating for our client a salon formula that goes home with them, that gives them a version of the color that we're using on them when they're here in the salon. So they get their color service in the salon, and then they go home with a color take-home product that's related to the salon formula that they receive when they're here in the salon with us. So we send them home with a tool. Well, we do that using product that we've already got in the salon. So the tool that we start with Brocato DEMI Color. Brocato DEMI Color is a no ammonia color system. It has extremely high shine. It's very, very gentle, and it's available in 36 shades. So there's a wide range of color to work with, rather than a very narrow base. Most temporary color systems only have 4 or 5 or 6 or even 8 shades to work with, but we have 36 colors that we can work with in creating a temporary color system to take home or to send home with our guest, or to use as a temporary deposit-only system in the salon. The next tool that we use in creating our temporary color system is Constructor Deep Repair Treatment. Constructor helps you balance the porosity of the hair, preventing it from absorbing too much color, from absorbing too much tonality. It helps strengthen the hair and increases the elasticity of the hair, leaving the hair as healthy as possible. As you know, if you're using Brocato in the salon, Constructor has vegetable-based proteins. So while it strengthens the hair, it still leaves the hair flexible and moist and easy to work with. So it doesn't over-absorb protein. It doesn't over-absorb the color because it's balancing the porosity of the hair. So it makes it very predictable and very easy to use in a colored format. And then we've created one new item, or one item that's specifically part of the color refreshing category, and that is the color refreshing bottle. This bottle is designed specifically for this service. It's an empty 5-ounce bottle, and it comes complete with instructions for the client on how to use their color refresher. It has measurements on the side of the bottle to help you create the color formula, and the front of the bottle is a personalized label so that you can fill out the front of that bottle and explain to that guest that this was blended especially for them, and it was personalized for them on a specific date. The 5-ounce bottle is really, really important because this is just enough color refresher for them to use from visit to visit. Each time they come in for a new color service, they'll get a new color refresher formula to go home with them. And that's how they'll use the color refresher from service to service. So here's how we're going to mix this up and use it in the salon and send it home with the guest. The last tool is a swatch book. I don't know of any other temporary color service or any other color refreshing system that actually has its own swatch book. But here we have a swatch book that helps you with formulation. The swatch book does a couple of things. It helps you aid the formulation to create the perfect color refresher, but it also allows you to work with other color lines. So even if you're not using Brocato Color in the salon, you can use Brocato Color, DEMI Color, and the swatch book to create color refreshers in your salon. It reminds us that our color refreshing formula is depth and tone driven. So the color swatch books helps us understand how dark each shade is. It also helps understand what the tonality or the color behind each shade is. It's designed to be very, very client friendly. In fact, we want you to show the swatch book to the guest so they can see this is what color I'm putting into your color refresher. So I'm going to mix these two colors together so that you have a red-brown color refresher to enhance your final result. And that will help them understand what they're going to be taking home with for their final color formula, so they know what they're using at home for their homework to help them enhance their color. So here's how we're going to mix the color together and how we're going to help create the color refresher for the guest. The first step is to fill the color refresher with 4 ounces of constructor. That's to the first line on the side of the bottle. If you look at the bottle in the photo, the bottle has a line that says 4 ounces, and we're going to fill it with constructor up to that line. It says right on the bottle, add constructor up to the 4-ounce line. You can see where my cursor is on the photo. So we're going to start by filling it with constructor. The second step is to add your desired shade of DEMI color. Here we're using 055, so it's going to be a bright red color refresher. But you could use any formula or any mixture of color up to that level. So now this bottle has been topped off up to the 5-ounce level with the color formula. Usually it's a total of 1 ounce of DEMI color up to that 5-ounce line. Now, here it's just one color, but you could mix up a formula of any combination of DEMI color that you need for your formula. It could even be a combination of color and clear if you wanted to dilute or soften the formula. Any formula that you could dream of would be mixed up and added. So it's 4 ounces of constructor and 1 ounce of color in the formula. Then you shake the bottle up, put the cap on first, shake the bottle well, and then hand that off to your client. Record their name at the top of it. It was uniquely created by Marnie, blended for Kristen, and the date that it was created was on June 3rd. Notice that we squeeze a little bit of the formula out onto the paper. This color is 055, so it's very, very red, but the color hasn't oxidized yet. It will oxidize in the bottle over the first few days, but it will be effective immediately to enhance and protect the client's color. They'll notice after a couple of days that the color will change in the bottle, and that's just fine. You can let them know that the color will change a little bit over the first couple of days. That's fine. It will still be enhancing and protecting their hair color and taking care of it. And that would be the color that I'd pass off to that client and that they'd use. Now, here's some things that you need to be aware of when you're creating their formula. The first thing is think lighter. We always want to send them home with a color-enhancing formula that is designed for the lightest shade on their head. So if they have blonde highlights, you create a color-enhancing formula for their blonde highlights. If they have a balayage shade, then create the color formula for the balayage ends. If they've got bright red in their hair, then create the color-enhancing formula for the lightest red. If you create a darker color-enhancing formula, then what's going to happen is the darker shade will start to cover up the lighter highlights. So just create the formula for the lightest shade on their hair. Color-enhancing formulas, or color-refreshing formulas, are designed to be applied to damp hair. So when the guest is in the shower, she shampoos her hair like she normally does, applies the color refresher, leaves it in their hair for 3 to 5 minutes, rinses it, and then uses conditioner. Remember, color refresher is the third product. It's not replacing their shampoo. It's not replacing their conditioner. It's used as an alternative product. In some cases, they might use color refresher instead of shampoo. In some cases, they might use color refresher instead of conditioner. But it didn't replace either product. They still need to use Vibra-Color shampoo, for example, or Vibra-Color conditioner. They would just use color refresher as a third product. If they use color refresher every second or third day, it will maintain the consistency, maintain the intensity of their color result over the course of their 4 to 6 weeks between color visits in the salon. If they use color refresher every single day, you could expect the color intensity to get stronger and darker and deeper and more intense. If they skipped and used color refresher every 4 days or 5 days, you could expect their color to get a little bit less intense or a little bit lighter. They can use that control on their own, and we expect them to. That's part of their participation. If they want their color to be a little bit lighter, they can back off on the color refresher. If they want to have their color a little bit more intense, a little bit darker, then they can use their color refresher a little bit more often. It says that right on the instructions on the color refresher bottle. One of the other things we want to remember is that color refresher does not replace salon services. It will not prevent them from coming back to the salon to have their new growth touched up. It won't replace the need to have regrowth covered. It won't replace the need to have their hair colored again. As we said, it will not cover gray, but it will blend gray for a while. Sometimes on men with gray coming in, you could give them a blonde color refreshing formula, and it would take their gray hair and blend it, but it won't cover up their gray for an extended period of time. I have some male clients where we've given them color refresher formulas that they use every single day, and it blends their gray away. But it's a matter of using color refresher every single day, and they're buying a lot of color refresher rather than getting a color service. Eventually, most of them opt for a DEMI color service instead of using color refresher so much. So it's a lead in to getting a permanent color or a DEMI permanent color. A 5-ounce bottle of color refresher will usually last for 4 to 6 weeks. Now that's on purpose because we want them to get a new bottle of color refresher every time they come back to the salon. If they don't get a new bottle of color refresher, we have a possible challenge. When I change their color formula, they may go home and have an old bottle of color refresher that has a wrong tonality. For example, if they had a bottle of red color refresher at home and they came back to the salon and we gave them a lot of blonde highlights, they'd go home to the red color refresher and end up with too much red in their highlights when we were moving them from red to blonde. So we want them to run out at every visit. Color refresher will not be darker. The results won't be darker than the level that you chose to put in the color refresher. So remember, regardless of what the color looks like in the bottle, if you put level 8 color refresher in the bottle, it won't go darker than a level 8. It won't go darker than a level 6 if that's what you put in the bottle. So that's the one thing that you need to remember. And you need to remind the guests, their hair's not going to go darker. They just can go ahead and use it every 2 or 3 days, and they'll get the result that they expect. It will support the color that they have in their hair, rather than replace it or turn it into something else. Now we have a couple ideas for how to market and how to support you in the salon and how to help you. One of the things that we've done is we've created a demo of a color refresher bar, and I'll be sending you tomorrow or the next day the art for this poster. This is a color refresher bar poster that you see on the bottom of the table, and we'll send you a PDF so you can print this in your salon if you'd like to use this. This is a color refresher bar that was created for a salon in the Midwest. And they lined up the color and the refresher bottles in the constructor, put in a swatch book, and so they've got a whole color bar set up in their retail area to let people know that they have a color refresher bar available or color refreshers available for their client. The sign helps people know that this is a retail product that's available in the salon. It's not just a service product, it can also be advertised in the retail area. Here's some other ideas that can help you and some information you need to know so you understand how color refreshers work as a business in the salon. The approximate salon cost for color refreshers work like this. $5.82 is the salon cost for a color refresher if you are blending them from liters of constructor. There's $7.56 if you're creating color refreshers from an 8.5-ounce bottle of constructor. So between $5.82 and $7.56 is the salon cost. The suggested retail price is $16.95. So either way, you're covering the cost of a color refresher with a retail price of $16.95. One of the things you can do as a marketing tip for color refreshers is to adjust the price of salon services and include a color refresher with every color in the salon. We've seen a lot of salons that will go in and they'll have a service increase and include color refreshers with each color service in the salon. Take the price of a color service up $15 or $20, and now every salon service includes a color refresher, or every color service includes a color refresher, and then down the road, start selling the color refreshers and not change the service price. Another thing you can do is you can use it as an add-on for color promotions. Run a new color promotion and say in July, all of our color services will include a free color refresher. And then you take away the free color refresher, and everybody's tried them, so they now know the benefit, and they come back and they buy them, and that's a way to launch them in the salon. Another option would be to give a free gift, give the color refresher as a free gift with highlights. That's a great summer promotion as we come into summer. It's also a great way to control the tonality of highlights. If you have a lot of clients with dark hair getting highlights, or people that are have dark hair that are looking for caramely rich highlights in the summer, and they have problems with brassiness and too much warmth, then creating a series of color refreshers and working on the formulas that you know are going to control the unwanted warmth of those highlights, you can make sure they go home with a color refresher that's going to keep those highlights caramely and cool and make sure that they don't have the warmth, get the warmth that they don't like. Then you've got a perfect gift for that promotion. Another thing is color refreshers make a great gift for referrals for birthdays or for anniversaries. Something that's so exciting is that color refreshers are customized. It's something very special because you made it just for them. It was made special. It's very different than telling someone, oh, here, let me give you a gift, and then you grab a retail product off the shelf. This is customized and special just for them. Another thing that I've seen salons be very successful with is using color refreshers as a guarantee for their color services. We have two different tiers of color services in the salon. We have a recommended color service at a regular price, and then we have a guaranteed color service, and their guaranteed color service is a color service that has a color refresher that goes home with it. So that's another way of adding a color service as an added benefit, is that they guarantee color services when they go home with color refreshers. So those are just some great ideas of how to use the Brocato Color Refreshers to help build business and help grow loyalty and help create a unique position within the salon. Color refreshers are a great way to do that and a great way to share those options with your customers. We have some other great opportunities right now in May and June. Many of you, I'm sure, are aware that our hairspray, mousse, movable, and maximum hairspray are all on promotion right now. Buy two, get one free is the very best price we've ever offered on our aerosol products. That's 33% off. So you pick any two products and you get the lesser one for free. Those are available from your local distributors, so make sure you check with your distributor for the next few weeks. Now through the end of June, buy two hairsprays and get one free, two max hold, movable hold, or mousse. They're all available still from all the distributors, so make sure you check with them. It's a really exciting thing to pass on to your customers as well. And also our best-selling Supersilk retail products, Pure Indulgence Shampoo, Pure Indulgence Rinse Out Conditioner, Supersilk Leave-In Treatment, and Supersilk 8X Leave-In Protein Spray are all available at 40% off, which is an incredible price and enables you to provide the Supersilk products as support products for free with Supersilk services if you choose to, because they're available to you in the salon at 40% off. That information is also available from your local Brocato distributors. Our next webinar is going to be presented on July 14th. We're taking a bit of a break over the summer. Jesse and Jeremy will be putting that webinar together. It'll be at 1 p.m. on the 14th of July, and the topic will be announced. So watch your emails. If you've got any suggestions or ideas for webinar topics, things you'd like to see, make sure you let us know on Facebook and Twitter your comments, and also share your photos, of course, on Instagram. And we want to hear from you and see what you're doing and stay in touch. And then, of course, make sure that you use YouTube to follow up and to get more information and to check out what's happening with techniques and with our previous webinars and other seminars and things that are going on. And also, feel free to link to our YouTube videos. There's so many videos that are used as customer testimonials and little marketing pieces and marketing blurbs that you can use on your website, that you can link to for your Facebook page, or you can use as marketing tools that can be great for sharing the Brocato message with your customers. And we'd encourage you to do that. And then make sure that you visit brocatotoday.com. Make sure your salon is registered in our Salon Finder. If your salon is not registered, you can click on the link right on the Salon Finder page, fill out your salon information, and we'll approve you and make sure that your salon also is available on the Salon Finder there. So we want to thank you for being with us today. If you've got any questions, type them in, make sure that you let us know what they are, and we'll get back to you and make sure we can answer them. Does anybody have any questions or anything that you'd like to know about color refreshers? Is there anything that anybody needs to know or can ask? I'd be happy to share and happy to answer them for you. Anybody? Well, that's great. Thank you for your time. I appreciate your time today and look forward to spending more time with you in the future. Thanks again.